Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Katie Moonchild's World. I'm Katie, and this is Saturday Solutions. Today, we come together to talk about a paradigm shift that I do believe that I feel it. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, this is to help us to better understand what part of our worldview is coloring how we see, how we feel, and how we react to the current situation or challenge, and how to start overcoming it. Now, this could be something, you know what I'm thinking, but I don't do politics. But this reading is all about your life, which is vibrating with unlimited potential. It's up to us to manifest the miracles with spirit every day. So what do you want? What do you want in the paradigm? It's shifting. We're creators in this. What do you want? So the first card is all about, it helps if I look at the first card. The first card is your core belief. What is the core belief that's influencing us? What core belief is most prominent in this situation? Well, you know what? I might want to tell you what deck I'm using, huh? Before we start. This is the Energy Spirit Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. Once again, rented lips. Sorry, you guys. And this card is the Present Moment Reminder deck by Eckhart Tolle. And finally, Therapets, which is the Therapets deck by Kate Allen. Now you got it all. First off, too, I also need to tell you, this is the bottom card of the deck as I was laying the cards out. This is the energy of the whole reading. Your personal guide. It is telling you, reminding you, you've got guides all over the place. You have guardian angels, you have your spirit family, you got so many people rooting for you, rootin' tootin'. This is the card to remind us of that. So the whole energy of this reading is to remind us we have personal guides that we can rely on for all of this, okay? So whatever pops up, let's just take that card. We don't need the whole deck. So whatever pops up for us in this reading, hopefully she'll help us let go of some things that we need to clear out. At least that's my intentions in the reading anyway. So now we're back to this card being our core belief. What is influencing us the most in whatever situation you are thinking in your head that you're wanting this to pertain to? Oh, your core belief that is influencing you is what you think you have to achieve. Or it can also be a card that is a reminder of what you have achieved. Look at the many, many races that you finally won. You may not have done it the first time you attempted it. But you did it. And now it's time for the reward. That's the paradigm shift, is recognizing your achievement and knowing that you are worthy of a reward. That is a 7 card, which is about control, reflection, and assessment. Yeah. Your core belief is telling you don't go all off half-cocked willy-nilly. And don't be all full of pride and ego because of what you've accomplished. Because there's always someone, thank you, Spirit, there's always someone out there who is bigger, better, smarter, more spiritual, and more connected than you. No one is the expert in all of this. That's the thing you have to remember. Especially here on card readers like me on YouTube. Yeah, I'm an expert on life. I just tell you what the cards tell me to tell you. So, the core belief that's influencing you the most is that you've got to compete for everything you have to make your achievements mean anything to reap a reward. That thinking has to go away. Yahoo! Pat yourself on the back for what you've achieved. But you don't have to compete to get there. You don't have to win over someone else who becomes the loser to get where you need to go. You can climb the ladder beside someone. You don't have to step on them as you go. As a matter of fact, lock arms and go together because there's power in group energy. So over here, what do we know? This is the evidence, what you're using to support this belief. This belief that you have to compete for everything you have or it's not worth having. What energy is supporting your core limiting belief around this situation? What energy is supporting this? I have to compete to make it be an achievement worth having. Wisdom of the Magi. Mental clarity. Your mental clarity is what is keeping you in this compete to achieve, or it's not worth anything. And that achievement needs to be at the top. Not your best, but the best. That's what's holding you back. And this card is telling you with mental clarity, you have the wisdom to do your best. And your best more often than not is enough. And you are always worthy of a reward, because of what you have achieved in the past and what you will achieve in the future. But not only that, have a reward just for having a reward. Reward yourself. You're a kind person. You're a good person. You're focused on the good things, what you can do to help others. You're a person of service. Maybe you're not. Whatever it is, you know who you are inside. And you need to look at you with the mental clarity of the Magi. His wisdom is going to tell you where to go next and what to do. This is your guides. Call on them. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. Over here, energy can you use to counteract the evidence that is supporting this belief? Wow. Okay. Cause entanglement. Emotional influence. Who are you listening to? Is it someone from outside? Or is it you in your subconscious? Is it a spirit guide? Or is it you and your subconscious? Is it a member of your family, an ancestor? Or is it your ego that you're entangled with? You're reacting through emotion. And this is why the fear comes up so quickly. But the energy, you can even see it on her. Look. See across here? The energy that is holding her back. These two women. This one is telling her misinformation in one ear. This one is hearing what's being said and is filled with so much anger that this one doesn't want to hear this one. There's a big lesson in this card about how we find our way back to each other. My goodness. Are we reacting out of emotion? Is that what we're doing? Because there's definitely something that's holding us back. That's a 33, which is a master number. It's also a number 6, which is about harmony, cooperation, and healing. That's how you counter this competitive, gotta have that competitive edge mindset. You can't have a sharp edge when you're being adaptable, moldable, and loving. You can have a sharp edge if your reactions are strictly out of emotion. So be careful of these entanglements. Who are you listening to? You need to listen to you, nobody else. You know in your gut what is right and what is right for you, what is right and just and good. As our archangel for the month of April, Ariel, would say. If you are planning on acting on something to change your life, being an activist for yourself, you have to listen to yourself. You have to know yourself. And you can't get to know yourself when you're hearing so much noise being whispered at you, yelled at you, or thrown at you. So be careful. Who are you listening to? Finally, up here in this card, we have what action do we need to take? How do we start taking the steps to breaking down these limiting beliefs of being competitive? To feel worthy, to feel like we're worthy, we needed to have a great achievement. We had to make a mark in the world. How do we make our mark in life? I've heard so many men say that. Who said you needed to make a mark in life? Is everybody supposed to be famous? You know, actually, I don't think I'd want that. You don't have a private life anymore. Excuse me. My throat was getting dry. Anyway, so let's recap. Oh, we don't need to recap. We need to know what actions we need to take. I'm sorry, I got distracted from drinking a swallow of water. What action do we need to take? We need to stop this competitive edge attitude. This comes from a state of lack. It's not feeling like you have enough. Where this card is telling you, live with your mindset on prosperity, on abundance and success. Now, that does not have to necessarily mean in dollars and cents. It's up to you to decide what you want to be prosperous at or in. What is important to you? I, in particular, like to garden, but I don't plan on wanting to be the world's most famous master gardener. But I feel very prosperous when I'm out there harvesting because I started something, it came alive, I nurtured it and loved it until it blossomed and bloomed, and finally came to fruition and brought me fruit. That is all the success I need. I can eat, I can sleep, I'm comfortable in my home, and I can be very thankful to be here with you all on YouTube. So, this action that we have to do is change our mindset. What kind of prosperity are you looking for? A lot of people feel defeated because they know they're not ever going to be a millionaire, or they're not. Nowadays, it's a billionaire. Who wants that? I just want enough money I can pay my bills, enjoy myself, and maybe give to someone else who doesn't have what I have. To me, that's abundance and success. I don't know about you guys. That's how I measure my success. And that's an example for you. Now let's recap. Our core belief that is holding us back is this feeling that we need to compete and win to feel like we achieved something that is worth a reward. And the evidence that we're using to support this belief is the mental clarity that comes with how good it feels when you're the winner. Is that mental clarity? Can you get mental? That is pure 100% unadulterated ego. And there's not a lot of mental clarity in that. That's this woman over here. That's ego whispering in her ear, which is the next card. About phase entanglement. Understand where you are in your path. Don't be hard on yourself, and don't rely on what other sources from outside you have to tell you. Your emotional influence needs to come from you, not someone else. It'll trip you up quicker than anything. And finally, the action that we need to take, how to start taking the steps, right, to breaking this all down. To understand that if you're feeling like you just can't seem to get it right, maybe it's because you're competing. You might even be competing with yourself. And if you are intentionally competing, stop and take a break. Maybe it's something you have to do. I don't know, maybe you're an athlete. But before you have to go into a competition, take a break. And remember, if you're that athlete who relies on competition for his reward or her reward to make their life feel like they've achieved their golden years or golden days, be careful with that too. Because once again, there's an emotional influence in phase entanglement. You see where that's coming in? Understand that success and abundance and prosperity, which are all three about the number 6, which is harmony, cooperation, and healing. You find healing and harmony by being willing to cooperate. Don't be rigid. Don't be rigid. Here's a 6. Here's a 6. See what I'm saying? So, that's very interesting. How do you define prosperity? How do you define abundance and success? Pardon me. Maybe you need to re-evaluate that definition and the goals that you had set to achieve for that. There's your paradigm shift. What goals do you need to change to bring this energy together so that you can move on in abundance and prosperity? Call on your guardian angels and your spirit family. They'll keep this clear and point out the wisdom of the Magi. Pardon me. My goodness. What does Eckhart Tolle have to tell us about staying in the moment? Pardon me, Lil. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. My name is Piazza. Piazza. I'm a dream dragon. Look into my eyes. I can help you find your dream. Sorry, I get a little carried away. Anyway, Mr. Tolle. Thank you, Piazza. Mr. Tolle is telling us all perceiving, thinking, doing, and feeling happens in the present moment. But the now itself is not what happens. It is the space for what happens. The silent, timeless, incomputable, power behind all creation. It is one with who you are. Let's try that again. All perceiving, thinking, doing, and feeling happens in the present moment. But the now itself is not what happens. It is the space for what happens, the silent, timeless, incorruptible power behind all creation. It is one with who you are. It's pretty profound. And what do our lovely animal companions, or not companions, what do the animals that live around us and with us have to tell us? It's a reminder. I love it. I'm a work in progress, and that's okay. None of us were born perfect. None of us were born perfect. It's the whole reason we're here, is to learn. If you already know it, you're not going to learn it. And that's pretty much all I got to say on that one. I agree completely. I am a work in progress, and That's okay, as long as you keep moving forward and working on that progress. Now you can take a break, take a nap, do like this. I think that must be a dream dragon too. Kind of reminds me of the dragon from the Never-Ending Story. Sorry, I was looking at the dragon from the Never-Ending Story. I love it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a very happy Easter tomorrow if you're celebrating Easter. And for those of you who do not celebrate Easter, I hope you have a terrific Sunday, one filled with peace and quiet and joy of all of the new life that is popping up around you. You may still have some snow on the ground, but I'll bet you underneath there's a crocus or something trying to stick some green up through all the snow. Hang in there, you guys. If you want to come and hang in here with me, you can subscribe to the channel, and hopefully YouTube will give you a notification when I post something. I do this one every Saturday and have for several years now. So if you want to come back for more, subscribe so that you can get the notifications. Either way, if you want to help the channel, the best thing that you can do for free is to give me a thumbs up. And remember, the best thing that you can do for your community, for you, for us, is to do it together. You don't have to do it alone. That's why the competitive edge has got to go bye-bye. Because we got to be able to reach out when we need help. Or put our hand out when someone needs us. Right? Not make them prove they're worthy of our help. Does that make sense? So there's our paradigm shift. You guys, hang in there. Let's do this together. And I'll see you Tuesday on my live stream at 8:30 Pacific time. That's 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. See you then. Bye-bye now.